That's good. Oh, that's got a kick to it.
It's very exciting if you are behind crypto.
For sure.
Because it gives it a personal hope.
El Salvador is the only country in the world that uses Bitcoin as a legal tender. So obviously this is going to be very different for Keen and I because we were just in India. And in India, they have a system through UPI where literally every transaction that's made, even on side of the road, sellers, like anyone, even like passing it between friends, the government tracks. So this is completely different. Obviously with cryptocurrency, your transactions are what, safe? Like they're not monitored by the government?
I mean, they're decentralized, so you own your cash. There's not really much information behind the transaction either. Pretty much all you get is that a transaction happened and it happened at this time, and that's it. You don't know who it was between. You can see how much it was for, but and the codes are always jumbling, so you can't work out who it came from.
Yeah.
You know?
And so one other thing is that recently Bitcoin has reached an all-time high.
$72,000, I think.
Yeah, so we're really excited to buy some right now. So let's do this.
Yeah, well, it's cool. It's cool because, like, I don't know, I think it's a good opportunity. But it's also interesting how, like, the reform of this country was funded using a currency that pretty much can only be spent on the dark web.
Yeah.
Because it's not coming out of, like, actual treasuries and, like,
I mean,
fiat
they're
currency.
clearly doing it as a massive investment to the country. Bitcoin is finite, so eventually, like, El Salvador could be a huge, like, a very, very wealthy country because they're the ones that hold a lot of the Bitcoin.
Hello.
Bitcoin. We're gonna bit Bitcoin.
So here we are at the Bitcoin store. The
It's kind of like
Bitcoin hardware store.
in the middle of nowhere in El Zonte. There's not really much around it. It's tiny.
It's right at the entrance.
So this is the place where you can just buy some Bitcoin. And they have some classes too. Hola.
Keenan, nice
Mackenzie,
to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Guys. Yeah, you're more than welcome to record it. I mean, I don't know for you, but
Yeah, that's sure.
Sorry, yeah, we'll get you off. This is awesome. We've heard really cool things about this store.
okay, great. Thank
Yeah.
you. Appreciate it.
We heard that this is where we can like buy Bitcoin on a card. Is that right?
Yeah, you have different options.
Okay.
So the idea of the store is to make Bitcoin accessible for people.
Okay.
And so that means making self-custody accessible. And making sure that people can understand it, whether it's in Spanish or in English.
Nice.
We teach people how to build Bitcoin with books. So we have, my first Bitcoin diploma.
Okay.
Obviously the Bitcoin
You write
standards. No, so this is an organization in El Salvador.
Okay.
Called My First Bitcoin. And so they started here, and this is the diploma that they give to high school students. It's a
Oh,
9-week
wow.
course.
No way.
Yeah.
All high school students get this?
Right now, they're educating 700 teachers.
Wow.
So next semester there'll be 700 classes of kids, and so it's progress, right?
Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
they're really trying to like implement this into the society.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. So when my first Bitcoin was founded was 2021 after
Okay.
the Bitcoin law,
Okay.
and it was just one school back then.
Wow.
And then 2022, I think it was 3 schools. 2023 was probably like 5 to 10 schools, and then now this year we're looking at 700 classes.
Wow. Wow.
Kids, and each class is about like 30 students. So.
Okay.
Is it like well adopted among the people in El Salvador yet, or?
Well, what I can tell you is there was a research study done by one of the universities, which was released just a couple of weeks ago, and it said 7.5% of Salvadorans between the age of 18 to, I think it was, don't quote me if it was 29 or like 34, 39, but that age bracket. 7.5% of Salvadorans in that age bracket use Bitcoin on a day-to-day
That's
basis.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really
I
great.
have a feeling it would be the younger generation to be.
Yeah, true.
Because the older generation are a bit more overwhelmed by how to operate with.
For sure. For
Of course,
sure.
how to use a phone and like
How to
NFC.
send things
Right.
on
Yeah.
exchanges.
Yeah. So for me, that's a really optimistic number.
Yeah, that
I
is.
think it's a great number, 7.5% in a country that just a couple of years ago, I would say that number was less than 0.1%.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So, the growth is going to be exponential. What I used to do, I don't do it as much anymore, but what I used to do was if I wanted something, I'd offer, I'd be like, how much you want? You know, $1. I'd be like, all right, can I pay you Bitcoin? No. Can I give you $2 if you accept Bitcoin? No. Can I give you $4? Like, I would just
Keep
pick them
going
up
Oh, wow.
until they say yes, and
So
they've
you-
said yes many times.
You're trying to influence them. Your
Of course.
ulterior motive isn't
Well, because that's the
money,
free
it's
market.
Yeah.
That's the free
It
market,
is.
right?
for sure.
So, like, I'm not gonna go to the ATM and just, but I really want what you have right now, so, you know, I'll give you some more.
Huh.
And then
Money
you figure, yeah, exactly.
That makes
right?
sense.
So you figure it out. So I've done that a few times, and it works. You know, people will download, and maybe not most, but many people already have like Chivo Wallet installed on your phone. Might not be the greatest, but at least they have a way to accept.
So I heard, I don't know if this is true, but I heard from an El Salvadorian that obviously when the president stepped in, he gave every every person in El Salvador like $30 in
Yeah.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But the majority just withdrew it, put it in their
Correct.
pocket,
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
and okay, cool. So that was sort of like encouragement to help reform the country.
That was just kind of a way to be like, okay, you legally have to accept Bitcoin.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make it easy. Here's this wallet we created, and we'll give you $30.
And how many years ago was that?
That was in 2021.
2021.
That's
Okay,
good.
so not too.
No, I mean I think
At the
Bitcoin's
height of
price was
its
at like
power,
45,000. Yeah, I think Bitcoin price was like 45.
Hit 72 the other day, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
That was an all-time high, right?
Yeah. I don't know if we hit all-time high in the last 48 hours, but we were very, very close. Maybe like a couple of dollars off.
Yeah.
Cool.
So what's it? Is that it?
Current price is there.
Nice.
Okay, $70.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not 72, so it's kind of a good time.
It's a horrible time for us.
No, it's always
It's
right,
always a
it's
good
always a
time.
good time to buy.
Is-
My friends buy it with their monthly wage and compound every month.
Yeah.
We have a K1 ATM machine over here, so you can buy Lightning directly from our ATM. Non-KYC,
So
as little as 5 cents.
Oh wow.
I don't know what this is.
So it's an ATM
Know
machine.
your customer.
Yeah, know your customer, exactly.
So
So this doesn't ask you for any information. You just like, you can throw in 5 cents in there.
Okay.
Or you can throw in a $20 bill.
Oh, it only
And
takes cash.
It only takes cash. We
Yeah.
collect the cash and
Yeah.
then we sell you our Bitcoin.
okay. So if I want to buy some, I have to put it in this machine.
Yeah, this is one option.
Hmm.
Okay.
What are the other options?
Wait.
There's like the Chivo ATM.
Okay.
And then there's.
I see those
other-
everywhere. I saw those all over San Salvador.
Yeah, those are government ATMs. So Chivo is the government brand, I guess.
Okay.
So you
Okay.
can buy and sell Bitcoin off there.
Yeah.
And you can do it no KYC up to $1,000, and that's the top limit. And then after that, it's only up to $1,000 a day.
Okay.
That one. Off
This
the
one.
wallet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Cool.
So that is a
Show people.
layer 2 wallet that has, it's non-KYC, it's self-custodial, so it gives
KYC.
you know your customer.
Know your customer.
So when you're a business, especially when you're dealing with money,
Okay.
like a bank is like, who are you, what do you do?
Your
you know,
demographic, okay.
all your information.
Mhm.
When you're in a money exchanging business, same thing, they're gonna ask you what your information is.
Mhm.
One of the things where Bitcoin shines is that it doesn't care who you are, where you're from.
Money laundering.
It's
Okay.
just peer to peer, right? So like
Okay.
I don't care who you are. I don't care how much money you make.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter to me. You have the same money that I do, and so we're able to exchange. And it
Okay.
doesn't matter what you do. So this is not going to ask you any information.
Wow.
So as it downloads,
Okay.
you're going to be able to buy or sell and or receive and deposit. No, receive and send Bitcoin. Layer 1, and receive and sell Bitcoin layer 2, which is Lightning or Liquid. And so that's what we use here. In El
Okay.
Salvador, we use layer 2 because it's faster and it's cheaper.
Is it liquid or lightning?
Liquid or Lightning, correct.
Okay.
Blocks, like typically blocks are every 10 minutes. And so if you're using the base layer, what we call the base layer, which is just Bitcoin. If
Okay.
you use the base layer, then your transactions are going to be an average of 10 minutes, 10-minute wait time for a confirmation. And right now fees are pretty low. Fees are 20 cents.
Okay.
But fees go up and down based on the market. So
Okay.
even just like a couple of weeks ago, fees were at like $20.
Oh.
And so in order
Per
to avoid-
transaction or per?
transaction.
Oh my gosh.
Per actual, not even per transaction, it's a multiplier and it's per virtual byte of
Yeah.
information. So if you were to ever lose the phone, you could restore it on any other device as long as you save the key.
Okay.
So when you go home, when you're in private, don't screenshot it.
Write it down.
You want to write it on something offline.
Yeah.
Well, actually, since your phone's already online, it's almost like writing on a piece of paper is like whatever because it's already connected to the internet.
Okay.
When you use an offline wallet, you typically want to keep that passphrase.
Oh.
Secret. So
Secret.
screenshot and someone can tap your phone.
Correct.
These are offline wallets?
These are all computers, very similar to like any other computer, but yes, they don't have any connection to the internet
This is cool.
whatsoever.
This one is
It's just
like
a card.
card?
Yeah. Alright. So none of them have the connection to the internet.
This is cool.
Yeah, I didn't realize.
This one for $50, you can use as many times as you want.
Okay.
Because the key is in the card, and you
Okay.
just tap it.
And what am I tapping this against?
Your phone.
My phone.
Your phone.
Okay.
Oh.
So if
Okay.
you
I'm gonna do this
open up, that should be working now.
Sure, let's see. Yes, it's open.
Perfect. So this is your Bitcoin. So you can see they call it a savings account
Yeah.
because it's layer 1, and it's like the complicated one with all the fees.
Okay.
The instant one is going to be layer 2 Bitcoin. So if you go to layer 2 Bitcoin,
Okay, layer 2.
and then you have the options are receive or send.
Probably
so you're gonna
receive.
So now you're going to put whatever money you want to put in there.
Okay. And so how do vendors price their things in Bitcoin? Is it the same price?
Just like how this has an auto convert.
Okay.
Same thing.
Oh,
So they just put the dollar amount and it auto converts.
Cool.
these dollars
Okay.
At that exact moment in time. There you go. So now you
Okay.
continue.
So I have
And then it'll tell you exactly how many satoshis. So
28.
20,273. And then you just show the camera your QR code. So
Yeah.
there you go.
So
282,730.
cool.
Perfect. So now you have that amount in sats available to
Oh, it's
spend.
already gone up.
Okay. So if I wanted, because I don't know much about Bitcoin, I don't really know anything really, to be honest. So if I go up to a vendor, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna pay this in Bitcoin. Then do I give them my number or what?
You just go to the send option.
Send option.
And then now, think of it, this just sent to you.
Yeah, this is just,
So
okay.
if you wanted to send, you do the same thing. You scan, someone else produces a QR code, and
Okay.
then you scan their QR code.
Oh,
And you
cool.
pay them.
That's so easy.
Yeah, and you're just sending in your
Ah.
bitcoins
Mhm.
as your new currency.
Okay. That's cool. Wow.
So it's always going to be that way. Someone is making an invoice,
Okay.
and then someone is scanning it.
How many of these exist around the country?
Around the country, that's a great question. I'm not too certain. This is a Salvadoran brand. I know there's at least like 5 of them in the country, but they ship all over the world.
Okay.
So
Oh.
you can buy one of these machines, put it in your shop, put it in your coffee shop, barber shop, wherever you
Wow.
want, and you're in charge.
How much of it?
This one here is 1,900.
1900.
Yeah.
Oh.
So you take it and you put whatever fee you want on there, and people use it, pay it, and it's there's a cash counter in there.
Yeah.
And you go ahead, we take it, we either pay for stuff or we invest it back into it.
Amazing.
For us, this is like an educational tool
Mhm.
because a lot of people who come to El Salvador don't know, they know about Bitcoin but don't know about layer 2. The thing with Liquid is that Liquid, because it's its own chain, it doesn't wait for 10-minute blocks.
Mhm.
Liquid transfer confirmations are 1 minute.
I got
Wow.
it.
So in the time that it takes one block on Bitcoin to confirm, you can already have 10 confirmations on Bitcoin. And it's deterministic, so it's every minute on the minute, whereas Bitcoin is an average every 10 minutes. Doesn't mean it's going to happen every 10 minutes. Like if we look now, we had, I don't know how that works, but 11 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago, 8 minutes ago, so we've had 4 blocks in the last 11 minutes. So, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be every 10 minutes. Suriname they're going through a presidential election.
Uh-huh.
One of the candidates, she is 100% trying to copy what Bukele did.
Okay.
Trying to turn Suriname, another country that turns Bitcoin into legal tender.
Okay.
There are other countries where Bitcoin can be used as tender.
Okay.
Not technically, like Panama, for example, you can use any tender as legal tender. As long as
Okay.
it's legal somewhere.
Okay.
Same with Argentina.
Argentina.
Oh,
Yeah, exactly.
okay.
So there are countries where it's not necessarily legal tender, but it's not illegal.
Okay.
Yes.
And so there may be other countries following by, but Suriname is the closest one I would say.
That's
right now.
adopt. Okay.
And there was a country in Africa that adopted it, but I don't know what happened. Bhutan is.
Yes, Bhutan, they are mining.
They're
They are
mining
the first
Bitcoin.
state
Oh, yeah.
mining. Yeah. Yeah.
So you got some super rigs set up somewhere.
Yeah, of course.
Bhutan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm surprised that they have the infrastructure for that, actually,
Yeah,
really.
they've been doing it apparently for a long time.
Wow.
Slowly.
Oh my
racking up.
gosh.
Yeah.
It's a really
So
hard
in terms-
country to
in
travel
terms of
to.
legal tender, El Salvador is the only one. There are
Okay.
other countries who are looking to follow El Salvador.
Okay.
But there's a lot of, you need to have a presidential candidate who's about it, who understands, who can't be a country that's too large. I think that's why it was so easy in El Salvador. 'Cause It's
Okay.
a smaller country,
It's promising,
regulatory
though.
framework.
Because globally, this causes tensions between countries.
Of course. Well, I mean, I just heard recently that Russia wants to start settling in other currency, and that they would obviously consider settling stuff in Bitcoin, which
Wow.
makes sense.
Well,
Why does it-
They've all got it.
Well, why
They've
does-
all got it.
Why does it matter how big a country is? Like when
Just with more bureaucracy, right?
Okay.
When there's lots of different heads that cooks in the kitchen, it's
Yeah.
harder to finish the meal.
Mhm.
Whereas
Okay.
it's just you, it's just like, all right, like,
You know what
what I say goes.
Yeah,
So
okay.
that's why in larger nations where there's more bureaucracy, it's just a little bit more.
There-
difficult.
it's-
There's
okay.
different steps. Just
Yeah.
like the US being a perfect example.
Okay. What like what do you perceive like what do you think maybe the whole purpose of it is for him? Is it
For
to
me, it was considering the fact that El Salvador doesn't have its own currency.
Okay.
We started using the US dollar in 2001.
Okay.
So this is just a way for us to take back control.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it, right?
That's the way you perceive
Because
it. Okay.
we, as Salvadoran people, we have zero say in economic policy, we have zero say in fiscal policy, we have zero say on how much money gets printed, but
Mhm.
we take the hit of inflation.
Right. Right.
We have no say as Salvadoran people.
Okay.
Because we're using American money.
Wow.
So like, to me, Bitcoin is just like, it's that protection, it's that
Right.
insurance, it's that hedge. So that's what I think, you know?
Okay.
I don't know if that's the reason why I did it,
Makes
but that
sense.
makes sense.
That makes sense. Okay.
So then, following on from that, obviously I did read that they turned to US dollar in 2001. What did they used to use?
It was called the Salvadoran colon.
And
Colon.
why did they stop?
Oh, it's a good question. I think at that moment in time, just like every other country whose dollar loses value, I think they just kind of didn't want to go down the same road.
Yeah.
Probably the
Yeah.
most stable currency
Yeah,
in
for
the
sure.
world, right?
For sure.
So
It's the US dollar is the one that loses the least.
I can imagine
Yeah.
that previous currency then would.
Sure. And now it's been, it was almost nine Salvadoran colones for $1. If it hadn't been for that decision, we'd probably be in the same places like Argentina, Colombia, Venezuela,
Ecuador.
all these places
Mhm.
where.
Yeah.
Where it's inflated
It's
beyond
inflated
its
crazy.
price and the people can't even afford a bottle of water.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I know Ecuador. They shifted over also to the U.S. dollar because of the same purpose.
Yeah, and I think lots of places like Argentina, people hold dollars. USDT is huge.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because it's a better option for them versus their home currency.
Yeah.
And I get it. You know, the US dollar is the most stable because that's what everyone's comparing it to, but it's just stably losing value every day.
Yeah.
So, it is what it is, right?
Okay.
So,
Wow.
No, it's exciting. It's very exciting if you are behind crypto
for sure.
because it gives it a
For sure.
purpose.
You have hope.
Yeah. And the
Yeah,
problem
that's what this
before.
country is all about. Is everybody here has hope because
Oh.
we're seeing something different.
Yeah.
No, we don't have the answer to everything. We think this is the answer, but it's because of that hope, you know. Because other than that, we already know what's happened and continues to happen across.
There's a bit more control to the people, a bit more power back to the people in it.
Correct.
Yeah, TBHS. Nice. Okay, so we got our Bitcoin, and now we're going on a road trip. Keenan and I are going on a road trip from where, Keenan?
We are going from El Tunco to Suchitoto.
Suchitoto, I think.
Suchitoto.
Yeah.
Suchitoto.
Suchitoto. So we are going from the beaches, the beautiful beaches, to more of the lake area, more inland. It's very beautiful city, very cultural, which is exactly what we like. But before we do that, I want to buy something with my Bitcoin. So I want a nut. I want a mean coconut. Hola, señor.
Hola.
¿Tomas Bitcoin? ¿Tú tomas Bitcoin? Sí?
Sí.
Oh, wow. Wow. Do you want one?
Nada.
Okay. Quiero una coco helado.
Poquito heladito.
Sí,
Con pastillas.
sí, sí, sí. Muchas gracias, señor. Muchas gracias.
Wow.
So we're already buying a coconut in the car.
we
Bitcoin.
we didn't even get out.
Yeah,
We
this
came
is amazing.
straight over.
All right, let's try this out. Muchas gracias. Eso es lo primero tiempo usar Bitcoin. So necesito usar el film. Okay, señor. Oh, lo siento. Gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias, señor. Okay. Y ahora tengo send. Okay, so send. I think send.
Yeah,
Okay, and then I go Bitcoin,
yeah. Liquid.
liquid Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I scan.
I need his address.
Oh.
Your address?
Bitcoin? Oh no. No Bitcoin. He does that. It's okay. Tengo dinero. Oh. Okay.
Muchas gracias.
So, do you think that he just said he had Bitcoin because?
To get us to buy.
Yeah. I'm wondering. All right, so no Bitcoin from this guy. Whatever. I got $1. I got a coconut for $1.50. We're gonna try another coconut though. I did say Bitcoin. He said he had it. Maybe my Spanish sucks, but I mean, I'm pretty sure I said, "Do you take Bitcoin?" And this guy said yes. And then we got the coconut, and then he doesn't take.
You just
Bitcoin.
stood there smiling at us. All right, what's your address? You're gonna give me your address, mate, and I can send you the money. And he's like, and then you ask again. He's like, no, I don't accept Bitcoin.
Whatever. We're gonna try it again, and guess what? I don't care, because I got a bag full of coconut. I got a bag full of coconut meat and water. And I'm kind of hoping, I'm afraid that this coconut situation is only in the beaches in El Salvador. I hope it's all around, because I love it so much. Anyways, okay. Well, Keenan's gonna get some chicken, and then off we go on the road trip. How's your chick?
What did you say?
That's it.
Wait.
Keenan's having, yeah, that you're running away. How's your chicken? It's good?
I prefer it on the bone.
Oh, you liked it better on the bone?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you order that, and you were careful about getting without bone.
Oh, well, it's fine.
All right, well, we just got some gas. Actually, here, the gas, I don't know if it's all gas stations in El Salvador, but they put the gas in for you, which is very nice. So we tipped the guy, and he was very kind. And so, yeah, Keenan is having his chicken, getting a good view, and then we're going, all right? Off on the road trip. Off we go. Bye-bye, beach and surf city. We're going to the real El Salvador now.
So I must remember. So speed cameras are actually in the built into the lights, the traffic lights.
Yep, okay.
Which is, in England we have traffic lights separate from our cameras. So yeah, but nobody knows which ones have speed cameras, where they are.
So all of them, all the speed
Well,
lights
that's
are
the thing. Like I assume they all have it,
Okay.
but I was like, do people just know which ones have it? And they're like, yeah, there's no signs. So there's no, like in England we warn you.
In England.
In England, we steal your money.
Yeah, so there's some serious traffic.
Yeah.
Keenan's telling me. What have you noticed about the cars here, Keen?
That they're all white, silver, black, red, or grey.
He said there's not much diversity in the colors of the... Hey, there's a pollo shop, Keenan.
Polo.
Keenan? All right, that's enough. What is it called? What is chicken called in Spanish, Keenan?
Gallina.
No, the chicken that you
that's
eat.
cookie.
No, gallina's good. That's
Gallina's-
that's a live chicken.
Okay.
Also, this area is really pretty.
Yeah. Drop wins.
Yeah, sure. Drop the wins.
We are slightly blacked out on our wins, but not completely.
Pretty.
Wait, let's get back to this chicken shit.
Don Pollo. Okay, yeah, what?
You were just grilling me and then you...
It's
turn
not
around
okay,
and
Keenan.
we're like,
How
"Oh, this
do
is
you
pretty."
pronounce the double L in Spanish? Because he knows. He just chooses not to use it. There you go.
So
He
it's a
says
Y.
polo
So-
at
no,
least 3 times a day.
This is good stuff. This is good content. Oh wow, that's really pretty over there, isn't it?
Yeah. Keenan.
Pollo. So double L for you. Like if you're a Brit, you're gonna see P-O-L-L-O, and you're gonna think polo, and then you're gonna see gallo and stuff like that. And you're gonna be like, and you'll call it that, but double L is actually, so I've learned, a letter in their alphabet, and it has the sound of
Why?
Y.
Yeah.
So, pollo.
So if you're saying, how about say this? L-L-A-M-O.
L-L-A-M-O. Llamo.
Very good.
What does that
Me
mean?
llamo es Mackenzie.
Oh, my name is.
Yeah, there. Keenan!
Well, it's getting hot.
Oh Well, my hand was out there.
I was watching.
Oh my god.
On the it's a song about Jesus.
Little donkey.
Yeah, on the dusty road, little donkey, little donkey. It's a nursery rhyme.
Really?
Además, aprovecha 35% de descuento en congelados empanizados.
Keenan's going with the nursery rhymes. I have a mouthful of toad.
Yeah, Max just talking toads right now. If anyone knows how to translate toad talk, please let me know because I don't understand a word she's saying.
So we are in San Salvador now. Already in passing through. And then we're gonna go further north to Suchitoto. Tell me why you make things so complicated.
There you go.
Pastelitos, los little cakes, empanadas. ¿Empanadas de qué?
De plátano y con leche.
Okay. Oh, wow. ¿Es dulce?
Sí,
Okay, okay.
le pongo azúcar.
Oh. Okay.
So what's that?
Empanadas de leche.
Is that milk and...
And empanada, it'll be like a little treat.
Ah.
Gracias.
Pescado.
Pescado. I think this is
Fish fries.
this. Yeah.
So what have you got there, Mac?
So I have it empanada with L. Oh, this looks good.
Yeah?
¿Esto es con plátano? Oh, wow. Es rico.
It's like a potato filled with cream cheese.
Hey, look.
It's real good.
Yeah, that's really good. Wow.
Muy bien.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Muchas gracias. I thought empanadas were like sweet, but this is like a plantain, so I was kind of nervous. I was
Maybe so an empanada really is just like stuff.
Yeah, I think potentially
Stuff.
that's right.
Yeah.
I should ask.
It's good, man. If they take Bitcoin.
Yeah.
No?
We might be able to go back to work.
Hola. Okay. See? Welcome to Suchitoto.
It's pretty cute. It's kind of dark, but it's very cute. I can't wait to explore this place. They have a giant Ferris wheel somewhere over here. Yeah, and
This is what I would expect Latin America to be like as well.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This style.
Very cute place.
Similar to like Italy and shit.
Oh wow, look at that little Ferris wheel.
Fuck, I drove it.
En 200 metros, gira a la izquierda en tercera
Wow.
avenida sur.
It's the second Ferris wheel I've seen here and I haven't even been here for 2 weeks. This is quaint though. This is cute.
Super cute.
Yeah, it reminds
Oh,
me
they're
of,
having
like,
like a little fair today. We're gonna have to
Portugal.
go out here.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe it's because it's Halloween or I don't
Yeah,
know.
let's do it.
Oh.
So we've made it. We're in Suchitoto. Look at that view. That's beautiful. So this is their church. Look at that view. Beautiful. So
Did you put it on my boob?
no.
Keenan.
Mackenzie's awfully hungry. She didn't have any lunch.
So hungry.
So we've come out to the Centro,
Yeah, the Centro. Yeah.
Centro, which is center.
And they have these cute little cars. Keenan showed the little car.
Oh, little cars.
They're everywhere. These little red cars.
Yeah, it's like this whole place is like cobbled streets. It sort of gives me a little bit of a mix of like Pueblo style, combined with like Portugal and some like Spanish vibes, but like old and quaint, as he says. But it is really beautiful. Like seeing stuff stand here for a good amount of time.
It's chilled. There's a lake right next to it too, so apparently there's some good views.
Lagos.
Yes.
Lago.
A lago.
And I have just ordered myself 15-inch pepperoni pizza with rolling. I'm going to destroy that. I'm going to treat it like multiple pepperoni niggers and I'm going to gobble it all up. You know, McKen said, I like
What did McKen?
You look like a little baby boy. Little cowboy. So Mackenzie is a paedophile. You got to say about that, Mac?
Keenan, you cannot say those things. I'm not a pedophile. Okay, so to wrap up the night, Keenan is going to have an El Salvadorian specialty, and that is horchata. Now, there's different kinds of horchata out there. One is, the most common in El Salvador is horchata de moro, and moro is the seed, they use the seed of the moro fruit, I think, right?
So the tree is the moro tree.
Yes. In this area particularly, instead of using that seed, they use the sesame seeds to make the liquid.
This local area down at the lake is lots of sesame trees. So this horchata de, how do I say this?
De ajonjolí.
Ajonjolí is traditional to this area due to the fact that there's lots of sesame seeds.
Yes.
So
Let's give it a go.
I'm gonna give it a go.
Hold on, let me turn this around.
And you can make this with water or milk.
Okay.
That's good. Oh, that's got a kick to it. That's got an aftertaste of sesame. That's like the first taste is like really sweet, nice and cool, and then you get that sesame kicking out. This is really good.
That's horchata.
And
So what kind of, do they use milk? Or is the milk
I think this is milk.
Because he said there's not milk.
Yeah, it's water then. This is water.
Yeah, I think they must grind. We need to look at the
Well,
recipe of horchata.
I was reading that horchata is the Latin word for barley. So this drink was brought over when in Spain. It was a Spanish drink adopted when the Muslim conquest was happening in Spain. But this was an ancient Egyptian drink.